The soul is healed by being with children. Imagine a man who has stood before a firing squad. A man who has known prison camps, exile, hunger, and the darkest corners of the human mind. Now imagine that same man watching a child laugh. Not judging. Not pretending. Just laughing, freely. From all his suffering, Dostoevsky didn't say power heals us. He didn't say revenge heals us. He said, the soul is healed by being with children. After everything he had seen, this was his conclusion. Why this saying is popular? This quote is powerful because it comes from someone who deeply understood pain. Dostoevsky explored crime, guilt, madness, and despair, especially in novels like Crime and Punishment. So when he speaks about healing, people listen. The idea that innocence and purity can restore a wounded soul feels hopeful and universal. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. Close your eyes and imagine St. Petersburg in winter. Snow falling. Darkness early. A man walking alone, questioning everything, God, morality, justice, meaning. Survival is not enough. Breathing is not enough. Dostoevsky whispers. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. He isn't talking about comfort. He's talking about purpose. Why this saying is popular? This line resonates because it addresses a universal human struggle, meaning. Readers of the Brothers Karamazov and Notes from Underground recognize this theme. It's often quoted in motivational speeches and philosophical discussions because it captures existential longing in one unforgettable sentence. To live without hope is to cease to live. Picture a prison camp in Siberia. Frozen ground. Shackled men. Years stolen. Yet inside one prisoner's mind, hope refuses to die. Dostoevsky knew despair intimately. But he also knew that hope is the final rebellion. To live without hope is to cease to live. It's not dramatic. It's survival. Why this saying is popular? This quote became popular because it speaks directly to resilience. In times of crisis, war, or personal struggle, people cling to hope as the last thread holding them together. Coming from someone who survived exile and hardship, the words feel earned, not poetic exaggeration. The darker the night, the brighter the stars. Think about the darkest moment of your life. Now imagine looking up. In absolute darkness, the stars don't disappear, they become visible. Dostoevsky understood contrast better than most writers. His characters fall into moral chaos, but in that chaos, truth shines sharper. The darker the night, the brighter the stars. Pain doesn't erase beauty. It reveals it. Why this saying is popular? This quote is widely shared because it turns suffering into perspective. It's simple, visual, and emotionally uplifting. People use it during difficult times because it reframes hardship as a backdrop for strength and hope. Your worst sin is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing. Imagine committing a crime, not just against society, but against your own conscience. Dostoevsky's characters often wrestle with guilt. Not because they were caught, but because they betrayed themselves. And then comes this piercing truth. Your worst sin is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing. It cuts deeper than punishment. It questions identity. Why this saying is popular? This line is powerful because it speaks to integrity. Many readers connect with it on a psychological level, the idea that self-betrayal is worse than external failure. It's frequently quoted in discussions about morality, self-worth, and authenticity.